Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's a pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing. It's your boy D Free, aka the Oscar hater, aka Ryan Garcia's biggest hater. And of course, we got my brother Prize in the building, man. Hey,
Yeah.
but before we get started, man,
Mm-hmm.
we always excited about Raquel Miller coming to the show. She's
Mm-hmm.
gonna do the show. We're gonna
Yes.
record it and then we're gonna put it back out. But another big person, if anybody knows about my brother Hanging with Ken from Instagram, he just confirmed the interview. We got an interview coming up with Hanging with Ken, one of the funniest dudes on Instagram. So we doing our thing over here at BVO Boxing. You don't want to miss it, man. This is one of the only black shows on YouTube that's putting out unbiased content. Check us out. But we got to talk about this, man.
Yeah.
Now, while I got my brothers in the building. Actually, I'm going to be moderator today. I'm not going to even talk because I get tired of cooking free all the time. So
Go ahead.
let me ask y'all this, man. After watching Deontay Wilder get beat like this, why so many excuses, man? Why we keep getting all these excuses from Deontay? Who you want to?
I mean,
Anyone
I
y'all
mean,
go ahead.
I don't really call them excuses. I think he was being honest. In my opinion, he doesn't love it no more. You know, like he started boxing. Why? We all know why he started boxing, to try to take care of his daughter and his family. He accomplished those things. You know, he's one of the greatest heavyweights of our generation, one of the best knockout punchers of our generation, and it looked like combination of things for me. It looked like the game plan. I wasn't feeling that game plan, and it looks like Wilder don't love it no more. He don't got that fire, that kill no more, because he would have destroyed Parker a couple years ago. Let's be honest. So for me, I think that he doesn't love it no more. He's got all the money in the world, tons of businesses, great investments he made. I don't think he loves it no more, and it kind of showed. That's what I think.
What did you hear, BVO, that you said was an excuse? What did
Yeah,
you
that's a
hear?
good question. That's a good question,
Well,
Free.
he said that he felt like he had been out of the ring. He said he just couldn't find his timing, and
That's
and
oh,
it,
that's
and it might
normal.
and it reminded me a lot of what Errol Spence said. And it was just funny because at the end of the day, man, you ain't finding your timing because you're not fighting enough. Like you need to fight. If you want
Well,
to
he
have your
did
timing
fight. He
down,
did fight.
well, he had a 2 year layoff. That's the
I know,
thing
but
that
he
I'm
knocked the
saying.
guy out though, and that wasn't his fault. He melted the guy in one round and didn't get no rounds in.
No,
I
now,
mean, go ahead.
now, what I heard, because I thought you might have said he might have said something after after that interview that he did when he was telling the fans how his performance looked. I thought it might have been something else you heard. No,
Mm-mm.
what he said wasn't an excuse. It was the facts. His timing was off, and he's been out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The layoff played a part. The man, you got to understand, the man is 38 years old. When you're 38 years old, you have to keep those things turning. It's just like a person playing basketball. You 38 years old, you ain't played basketball in 10 years, and you get back on the court, nigga. You ain't gonna be the
Right.
person you was when you played 10 years ago. You're not gonna be that same person. And when it comes to boxing, you have to box constantly. You be out of the ring for a long period of time. Yeah, when you're younger, you can do that. When you get older, those reflexes ain't as sharp. Those movements ain't as crisp. That energy ain't as high no more because you're older. Your body is wearing down. When you get older, those athleticism that you relied on starts
Mm-hmm.
to fade away. And that's
Mm.
that's one of the things that Deontay Wilder relied on more so than other fighters was his athleticism. Because let's be honest, he's one of the smallest heavyweights out there. He comes in at 213. Ain't
Yeah.
ain't too many
Absolutely.
heavyweights coming in at 213. So he relied on his power and his athleticism. So him being 38 years old, yeah, he told the honest to God truth. His
Yeah.
timing was off, and he had a layoff. It played a part in the fight. So it's not so much him not being hungry. I mean, and let's be honest, he was trying to get a fight. Andy Louise kept bullshitting around and didn't want to fight him. He kept
But
saying, "Oh,
at that point, you got to just fight anybody just to stay
yeah,
active, like you said, though. To me,
yeah." But I mean, yeah, you can just fight anybody, but at the same time, just fighting anybody, you got to remember who you get in the ring with. You get in the ring with Deontay Wilder. Ain't anybody just going to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder. Niggas
somebody for
ain't
what they,
signing up to get in the ring.
somebody for their biggest payday will jump in there with them.
Well,
And
I say, let me ask you guys this. Now, that being said, that's a good point that you made, Free. But again, that go and I'll be honest. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. I love Deontay Wilder. Helped bring me back to boxing. So I would be being dishonest and being disingenuous if I said, hey, Deontay Wilder is this and that. But I'm gonna just say this: that the performance he put on was disgusting. It was an awful performance. He looked awful. He looked
mhm.
like he hadn't trained a day in his life. And I think Malik Scott has got to be one of the worst trainers in boxing
I
because I don't
I,
know if
I
he's
won't
a.
say that.
Let
I
me finish.
don't
Let
know
me
about
finish.
that.
I'm gonna finish. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you guys go. I think he's one of the worst box trainers in boxing because I don't know if he's a philosopher or a trainer. But that being said, do you think that him having a yes man like Malik Scott in his corner is hurting him? You guys let me know.
No,
I don't think he's hurting them, but I didn't like the game plan they had for Joseph Parker. Like I'm cool with Wilder doing that movement. I was all right with that, but when he doing that, I need to see his jab. Like he did nothing, right? Like Wilder didn't have nothing. Like he didn't. And I know Free disagree with me, but I feel like that fire is not there, bro. I
yeah,
don't think he got. I
I'm
don't
not
think he
saying that.
got up for the fight. I feel like between the game plan, I wasn't feeling the game plan. I did say that, but he didn't let his hands go until about what 5, 6, 7 rounds into it.
No, I'm
He
not.
didn't jab or nothing. Like something was wrong, bro. He's like
Yeah,
Yeah,
jump
no,
timing,
in
I'm
on
all
not.
that,
that
Free.
shit was wrong. Yeah,
No, I don't disagree that the fire is not there like it was before because you got to remember. I mean, all these guys when you're fighting to become a champion, you're more hungry. Once you become a champion, you're like, okay, I'm a champion now. You're not as hungry. So at some point, unless he finds something that he really wants to do in the sport of boxing, you're not going to be as hungry as you was trying to get that championship. It's the same thing with any other fighter. It
But
don't
he
even have
should
to
have
be
been
Deontay
hungry
Wilder.
for that. He should have been hungry for that AJ payday. That's what you was.
I mean, the AJ fight is going to be there. Regardless if AJ would have lost and Deontay would have won, he still would have wanted that fight. AJ said he still want that fight, so that fight is still there.
Yeah,
He said he
the
still
people
want to fight.
wanted to fight though.
He said he still want to fight him in March. People
Do the
still want to
people?
see that fight. People still
And
want to see that
and
fight.
I ask you guys this. Let me jump in here with a couple of questions. Salute to my man Josh Sanders in the building, man. My Louisville brother. Salute to my brother K Savoy, man. New Orleans sucks. Go Browns. But I gotta say this. I think it's kind of crazy when we talk about Anthony Joshua. When after this last performance, I'm honestly starting to believe Deontay Wilder hasn't been half the man as a fighter as Joshua's been. Because if you look at Joshua's record, man, it's littered with champions. It's littered with champions. Usyk twice, fighting Klitschko, even though Klitschko was 100 years old, he fought Klitschko. He fought Joseph Parker. He fought Dillian White. I mean, all the great guys of this era, I feel like Anthony Joshua has done his best
Them
to
guys
fight him.
ain't great.
Listen,
No.
I'm gonna ask you guys this: Will history remember AJ better, or will they remember Deontay Wilder better as a fighter? I want to hear you guys' opinion on that.
They would definitely remember Wilder better because Wilder. A lot of people believe that Wilder is, if not the hardest puncher, one of the hardest punchers in the history of boxing. In the history of boxing, they will remember Wilder. Now you got to remember, AJ got beat by Andy Louise, somebody nobody really knew about. He got beat by a cruiserweight in Usyk, who everybody thought that Anthony Joshua should be able to beat Usyk because he was the bigger man. He got beat by him twice. So it's not like he got Deontay Wilder took a loss in this fight with Joseph Parker. And prior to that, the only other person that beat Deontay Wilder was Tyson Fury, who arguably was one of the best boxers at heavyweight up at the time that he fought Wilder. But he definitely the biggest boxer that fought in the history of boxing. Nobody's been 6'9", 300 pounds fighting in the sport of boxing. So he
and
was
moving like
boxer.
how Fury moved too. And what is questionable, and all that whole trilogy is questionable in my opinion. You know, all that's.
But when you say AJ is lit up with a bunch of champions, no, nobody talks about those guys that AJ fought. Nobody talks about them. They talk about Tyson Fury, and now they talk about Usyk, and they talk about Tyson Fury. Those are the only two names that they really talk about out of both of these guys. The two losses that both these guys got, they talk about those two fighters. They don't talk about Andy Louise like that. They talk about Andy Louise should get in the ring with Wilder, but they don't talk about Andy Louise on a regular basis. They talk about Usyk on a regular basis, or they talk about Tyson Fury on a regular basis. The rest of those guys that you said that AJ fought was lit up with champions, they don't talk about those guys. So nobody really knows those guys that AJ fought. Outside of the boxing diehard fans, the casuals don't know those guys that AJ fought. They don't know. They don't know him.
I'll say this: one of the best fights I ever watched, truthfully, in the heavyweight division of this era, was Andy Louise versus Joseph Parker. That was an exciting fight. I don't know if you've seen that fight, but then after that tough fight, you know, Parker came out of there. A lot of people thought Andy Louise won, but Anthony Joshua actually stretched. He actually stretched Parker out, man, like a coat, man. He hung him up just like a coat.
And that's another point to mention. The only guys that Deontay Wilder lost to were former champions. Both of those guys were former champions. Parker was a former champion, and Tyson Fury was a former champion. Both those guys were former champions.
And is the champion, yeah. So I feel like they'll remember Wilder more because of most of them points that Free said. Like, he's just more devastating puncher. His story is good. He got a good story behind him. He's beloved. He got a statue out there in Alabama, which is crazy. So there's, you know, so he'll be remembered better. You know, he'll be remembered for the Tyson Fury fight, you know, and he's at the back of his career. So that Joseph Parker, he didn't really take no punishment in that fight either. So it's not like
you don't think so.
No, I don't think he took no. I don't think he took. He looked cool afterward. He was just like, hold up, Free. He was just like, I wasn't, my timing was off. He didn't seem bothered at all. He didn't look beat up. You know what I mean? Just looked like he was a little disappointed. He knew he could do better, but I don't think this is the last of him. And there's still some good fights for him, but he got to change some things. He got to want to do it. He got to get that jab going. He got to get active. He need to get right back in there. It don't matter who, just get in there with somebody so you get some rounds in at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then come back and spin the block and try to see what happens. Let Fury Usyk play out. Let some things play out. Then you can take your little tune up and then get back at it. He's still Wilder.
Yeah, and if you look at it, if you go back and watch the fight, he got hit with a couple of shots, but majority of those shots that Parker was throwing was missing. Wilder was leaning out of the way because he's so tall. He was leaning out of the way. It looked bad, but he wasn't getting hit with those shots. He got hit with a couple of them. He did get hit with a couple of them. I think he might have got stunned in like one or two of those punches that he got caught with. He might have got stunned, but no, he didn't get beat up. There was no marks on Deontay Wilder at all. There was no marks. That man was talking on. He did his Instagram live. He did an interview after that, and that man looked fine. He looked like he was about to go fight.
Yeah, I think the funny thing about it, and I agree with what both you brothers are saying. I'll just tell you this. Well, let me ask you this question. So what happens when Anthony Joshua goes in there and stretches Deontay Wilder out? Will that change the perception?
Then if Anthony Joshua, if Joshua went in there and melted Wilder, then it'll have to change because, I mean, I still would say Wilder had a better career, but.
So that's like saying Manny Pacquiao had a better career than Floyd. That's complete crazy.
That's just stupid.
I mean,
no.
What you think?
I don't think it changed the perception of Deontay Wilder because a lot of people are going to say, well, Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn did exactly what they said they was going to do. They was going to wait Deontay Wilder out and wait till he got old. That's what a lot of people are going to say. So I don't think it changed the perception. A lot of people are going to say if they knew they could win that fight, they should have made that fight years ago. That's what a lot of people want to say. So I don't think it changed the perception. It actually makes Anthony Joshua look worse than it makes him look better because you're fighting a guy 38 years old now when you could have fought him when he was in his early 30s or his late 20s. You could have fought him then.
Imagine if Joshua would have beat him back then, how big of an icon he would have been, bro.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The more I watch Anthony Joshua, and my man Josh Sanders a vouch for me on this, that dude is an absolute superstar. Now, people don't talk about him because he's a heavyweight, but he packs out arenas. I mean, even when he came to Madison Square Garden, he packed it out. He came across the pond, and even though he got beat to death, he came and got beat to death and packed the stadium out. I mean, Wembley Arena.
A lot of the Spanish fans were there to see Andy too, though.
A lot of those fans were sitting there to see Andy. A lot of them was there to see Andy.
I don't know.
And not to mention, they comped out a lot of those tickets too. A lot of those tickets was comped.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that. And I'll say this. I'll ask you guys this. So is it just me or is Joshua the new Larry Holmes, where he doesn't get his credit for all that he's done because he couldn't get those fights when he wanted them? Because at the end of the day, we can say we want, but Deontay Wilder didn't want that fight. Or was it the fact that Eddie Hearn held the fight back? I don't know. So
you gonna act like that Anthony Joshua was like, if you didn't send me $50 million, then I'll have a fight. And then when Wilder came back, well, like I got the $50 million, then Eddie and them AJ whole temperature changed after that $50 million.
Did you just say you was Deontay Wilder fan and you saying that Anthony Joshua didn't get that fight when he wanted it, or did you mean I'm asking
you. I'm saying because I did hear AJ say, "Come fight me in Wembley." I heard AJ say, "I want you to come fight me at Wembley Arena." And he said,
I'm gonna tell you how.
But let me finish this. This is what I heard.
Hold up, Free.
Let me say this. I think from what I heard, this is what I heard from somebody behind the scenes. I heard that the fight was he had to fight Dillian White first, then he got a chance to fight AJ, but he didn't want to sign to the zone back then. So was that AJ's fault or was that Wilder's fault?
Wilder gambled on himself, bro. You tripping?
Let me tell you how the whole thing went down. Wilder was trying to fight Anthony Joshua. They put Dillian White in front of Anthony Joshua. So Dillian White was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder. Dillian White pulled out of that fight. They never got the fight with Anthony Joshua. So Deontay Wilder said, "I go over to your side and fight you over there." And they wanted to give Deontay Wilder a flat fee of, I think it was like $15 million. And Deontay Wilder was like, no. And then Deontay Wilder said, they kept going back and forth. Deontay Wilder said, fine, I'll take the flat fee. And then Anthony Joshua said, well, I need $50 million. Deontay Wilder said, check your email. And that's when Eddie Hearn said, no, we're not signing our soul to the devil. Oh, no, Anthony Joshua said, I'm not signing my soul to the devil. Eddie Hearn said, is that money legal?
Yeah, they started questioning Al. Money.
Remember,
Al wrote that check. Al had that check ready, and then Anthony Joshua turned quick. I remember that interview. You can go back and watch it on YouTube. Anthony Joshua was like, "No, if you offer me $50 million, there's no way I could turn it down." Or he said something like that. And then that's when like Free said, Wilder was like, check your email. I got something special for you. And then when they had that $50 million, he didn't want to fight, bro, for Undisputed, bro. You know this, BVO. Don't get up here and do that.
I'm not saying I didn't. I thought different. But my thing is this. You see Anthony Joshua, man, he seems to be the can, man. I could be wrong.
You are wrong.
You are.
You are definitely wrong.
So I'll say this. So like you just said, from understanding you brothers both right, you both are saying that history will remember Deontay Wilder, who only had one belt, compared to a guy like Anthony Joshua, who had 3 belts plus the lineal championship. And I don't know if people count the IBO. He had the IBO as well. So I think the thing is, I know what you guys are saying now, but if we look at their resume, bar for bar, Joseph Parker is a good fighter. I mean, I don't know what people think.
Yeah, he is a good fighter.
I definitely would say the same thing about Andy Ruiz is a good fighter. And Usyk, I'm gonna tell you something after what
Andy Ruiz is okay.
And Andy Ruiz is a C+ fighter. He's a C+ fighter.
Right.
I mean, he beats most of the. I pretty much like Tyson Fury said it best. The top 10 can beat each other on any given day. They can beat everybody, but they can't beat him. So I mean,
did you see Andy Ruiz in there with an old ass Chris Arreola and looked like he was about to die?
Arreola put hands on him, bro. That was a good fight for Arreola. That was a real tough fight.
That was his best performance.
Was in there. Arreola was in it, bro.
Arreola was 38 years old. And Andy Ruiz looked like he was about to die in that damn fight.
Well, I'll say this. I asked you guys.
You sure did.
So that being said, and I want to send a shout out to my man Pride's party. It's his birthday. The man's turning 50, man. A big 5-0. So salute to my man. Oh, it's not your birthday,
don't believe that.
Oh, it's your birthday, right?
Nah, tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah, tomorrow's
your birthday the same day as my wife's birthday. My wife's birthday tomorrow.
Shout out to her. Shout out Miss Free.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Miss Free. And like I said, my brother about to turn the big 5-0. But let me ask
Don't
you
listen to that. Don't listen to that.
But let me ask you guys this real quick. Are we going to start?
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, he did. Josh. He did almost stop him in that fight. He had Andy going. Go ahead, BVO.
I'll say this: is it just me, or is it Tank Davis is running from the American dream? What's going on here?
He just put out a statement saying that he would go to 140.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, so I'm looking like it looks like it might be on.
That's what I tried to tell y'all yesterday. Stop jumping so quick to say this man is a duck until he make his announcement what fight is going to be made. Yeah. Because I don't like apologizing for something that I said. That's why I wait to find out what the truth is, and when it comes out, then I will judge it on that, whether it's good or bad. But
that's what wait till the fighter say. Wait till the fighter say talk.
Well, you think he'll take a 70? You think he'll take a 70-30 split?
Who? Tank?
No, the American Dream.
He has no choice.
Yeah, he don't.
He has no choice.
Tank is running the show.
No, what I'm saying is Tank said this is what the contract was coming out. They had it on this app I told y'all about with little insider views.
Right.
And from what I heard, it's going to be a 70-30 split, and Tank gets to pick the glove size, the ring size, and he comes out first, even though Devin's the champion. So
that's good because Tank Davis is the A side. It don't
but
matter if you're the champion.
it has no rehydration clause, so Devin can get
So
up to 170 again if he wants. So is
yeah,
that
but
smart for Tank? Go ahead.
it's Tank Davis being who Tank Davis say he is, and that's why I try to tell people. Everybody, oh, this man Tank Davis, this the Tank. No, wait till the man make an announcement of who he's going to fight, and then you could judge him accordingly. Because everybody is speculating. Oh, I heard somebody said this. I heard somebody. Well, what did Tank say? Tank told everybody he was not fighting Eastside Cruz no more. Everybody kept saying, "Well, Calvin Ford said he's going. They want Eastside Cruz. Calvin Ford won him. Tank said he's not fighting him." So that's why I tried to tell. But Tank Davis is the A side. That's what the A side do. A side pick the glove size, pick the size of the ring. They usually pick where they're going to fight at. They pick if there's going to be rehydration clause or not. That's what the A side do. The B side either takes it or try to negotiate something in there for them. They try to negotiate something in there for them. But usually the B side takes whatever the A side got or try to negotiate something in there to make it a little more better for them because they're their B side. If Tank Davis put out a 70-30 for Devin Haney, either Devin Haney could try to negotiate it, but if Tank Davis ain't budging, nigga, you better take that fight. Tank Davis is the A side. You better take that fight because when Shakur tried to negotiate 25%, you said that Shakur was ducking. So if Tank Davis give you 30 and Tank ain't budging off that 30 and you say, oh, I'm not fighting because he's only giving me 30, nigga, you ducking.
Hey, Free, let me ask you a question. My
I don't think
bad.
that.
My bad.
I don't
My
think
bad.
that.
Go ahead, Price. I was gonna ask you guys. The man's picking the glove size and the
He's
ring
the A
size,
side, like
and he
Oscar
coming out
did,
last.
like your boy Oscar did against Floyd. So it's the same thing in this
Floyd
situation.
wasn't Oscar and Floyd wasn't champions when they fought. What I'm saying is he's a doggone WBC champion, and he's gonna come out first.
Was the
That's not
champ.
kind of crazy to y'all.
No, actually the person that's usually the A side comes out last. So Tank Davis letting Devin Haney come out last because he's the champion. Tank Davis really supposed to.
Tank is coming out last.
Well, he's
That's what I'm
supposed to.
saying.
He's the A side. He's supposed to. He's the A
I mean
side.
that's a tough deal, man.
Just like when Earl Spence gave up his A side to Bud Crawford came out last.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all what the thing that kind of got me about the whole thing was that boy Tank. To hear what he was to see what I was seeing on this with the contract, he left no room. The man can. There's no same day weigh in. There's no all he has to do is make 140, so he can go up to 170 if he wants.
Basically what he's saying is, nigga, put your money where your mouth is, nigga. You said you want this fight. You don't want no rehydration clause. You want to fight at 140? Okay, nigga, I'm coming to 140. No rehydration clause. I'm picking everything though. And you want to take this 30% or you ducking me. So, but go ahead, Plies, because you ain't get a chance to chime on it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Tank, he's definitely the A side. He gets to pick everything. Like you said, we don't gotta say it, I don't gotta repeat it. Devin, and I'm a huge Devin Haney supporter and fan. So I'm with you on that. Like, that's still some good money, 70-30. If it's that, when we don't even know if that's the actual number, so I don't even want to speculate on that number there. But as long as there's nothing, salute quick, and as long as there's nothing like no low ball offer, then it's a duck, bro. If he gonna let him weigh what he want, and then you gonna do what Tank tell you to do, get your ass in there and fight, Devin, because this is what you and Bill want, and I'm behind you. You know what I'm saying? I like both of them. I'm rocking with both of them. I'm staying neutral.
I like both of them, but
I'm staying neutral. I don't want to act like I don't want to act like I'm anti-Tank because I'm a big fan of Tank. I feel like he don't get enough credit for his IQ and his boxing ability. Everybody, if he don't knock you out, then everybody say, "Oh, Tank did this and Tank did that." But
all
Tank
he do is he talk
really
to him. But Free, I gotta say, thank you for listening to the Roll with the Punches podcast, man. I gotta tell you that because that is the same thing Free said about a month ago. Like, hey, Free, I don't know. I gotta give you credit. Well, you go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say I'm trying to tell you, a lot of people listen to what the fuck we be talking about because you remember what I said about daggone my man Lubin. I said a lot of people looking at him as a daggone gatekeeper. That man said that shit right after that fight. Everybody looking at me as a gatekeeper. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker listening. But yeah, these motherfuckers be listening.
The thing that was so funny is because that's the same thing you said. You said, let him weigh what he want, but I'm getting 70-30 and I'm picking everything. And then here we go. Hey, but you know what? salute to my man Marty the manager, man, having Victor Conti on his show. I'm telling you, man, YouTube is taking over. We are the media, man. But let me ask you this real quick, Prize, and I want to know
And we
your
ain't
opinion on
taking
this.
over. We ain't taking over. It took over. We didn't kick the door in already. We here.
And Prize, I gotta ask you this, man. What do you think about the fact that this dude sent the offer and then said nothing? He didn't go
Who?
to the press. Tank sent this offer to Bill Haney directly, sent it to Eddie Hearn directly, and didn't say nothing else.
I didn't
I
hear.
got,
I didn't hear that news.
yeah, this is behind the scenes stuff I'm letting y'all know about. The thing that's so crazy about this, and I gotta be honest, BVO was wrong. Apparently Tank is his own boss. I know somebody close to Al Heyman's people, and Tank is his own boss. So I gotta say, hey, I had to correct myself. Tank Davis is not signed to TMT. He's not part of the money team. He's his own thing. I think it's GTD
Yeah.
Productions with Tom Brown. So him and Tom Brown, I guess, are working together directly. So I don't know why, but I see Tank is really not playing around no more. What you guys
Well,
think
No,
we'll
about
see.
that?
We'll see.
I
Hopefully,
try to
Tank
tell you
get
that.
in there. Hopefully, we get the fight next year. And them boy, I mean, maybe. I so is Tank allowed to take like a lesser touch before the fight, or does Tank need to jump right in there, or it's a duck, or you know, what I mean, people might say he might be ducking that way. And some of Haney, like the real Haney fans, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
some of the Tank fans is crazy. Like same with Earl and Bud. I just watch the two fans, both sides, and be like, why y'all doing this? Why can't y'all just appreciate both of them and let's see a good fight? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
the fans get crazy, and I just sit back
yeah,
and laugh at it. But I'm gonna stay neutral because I rock with both of them. I'm rooting for both of them. I want to see the best fight the best, and that's one of the best. That's probably the biggest fight in boxing right now. Tank and
yeah,
Devin, bro.
Even Ryan
yeah.
got 60-40 free. Dang. 70
All right,
No,
thirty.
right.
well, we don't know the actual
We
number.
don't. We
We're
don't.
not we're not
No,
we're not managers. We're not
no,
promoters. We
no,
don't
no.
know what the money is.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what the numbers is now. What if the numbers is 70-30? If it is 70-30, and say Ryan got 60-40, and Tank is offering Devin Haney 70-30, then he should, because Devin Haney and his father been talking a lot. He should. Okay, you talking, you saying I'm scared of you, I'm ducking you, and this and that. Okay, I'm sending you an offer. Nigga, this the offer. 70-30, take it or leave it. He doing what he's supposed to do. You saying he's ducking, so he sent you an offer. Don't complain about the offer. It's not a lowball offer because you're the WBC champion. WBC mandatory at the minimum is 70-30. So it's not a lowball offer. And nigga, I'm the cash cow. 154 and down, I'm the cash cow. So yeah,
Hey,
Right.
Free,
he
that's
doing what
straight.
he.
That's just
I'm right.
crazy
I'm
though.
with you,
70
Quickly. I'm
30.
with
You know how much
Quickly.
that's gonna make? You know how much money that fight's gonna make? And he gonna get 70-30?
We don't know
Tank,
that's the
No,
number,
Tank,
BBO. Stop saying that number.
no,
We don't on the channel. We don't know if
that's what
that's
I
the
said.
number.
We don't know if that's the number or
We
not.
don't.
But if it
Nobody's
is the
no,
number,
that's
reported it.
what
No,
that was
no
the
big channels is reporting it. No, none of the channels with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers is reporting that. Nobody's saying that. So
I'm
we
gonna tell you
don't
so
know.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
tell you
know
this.
if that's the what it is. We don't want to start a rumor.
That's what I'm gonna tell you.
no,
Just everybody that have 100,000 subscribers don't have context. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That's a fact.
So I'm just
no,
telling you what I'm hearing, and I'm hearing, and then the crazy thing is, they just said Tank will go up to 140. You're probably gonna hear about the contract next week. I'm just trying to
no.
let you know that this dude Tank is not playing around.
No, I
But
mean, if like I say, I don't know if that's the offer that was sent, but if it is the offer, if that is the offer, and it's 70-30, 70-30 is still the biggest purse that Devin Haney will have got to date. When that fight goes down, that will be the biggest purse that Devin Haney will get to date, because that's going to be more money than he's ever made in any other fight he ever fought. Any other fight he ever fought, it's going to be more money that he's made. So 70-30 is not a bad deal. Now you think because Ryan got 40%, but you got to remember the bad blood between Devin Haney and Tank Davis. Or
Yeah, I
should
want
I
to see the
say,
fight,
I
man.
thought they were
should I
friends.
say
I thought they
Bill
were
Haney
friends, Free.
and Tank Davis?
Free, I
No,
thought they were
that's what I
friends.
said. That's why I say, should I say Bill Haney and Tank Davis? Because Bill Haney is the one that's been doing a lot of bad talking Tank Davis. Devin Haney ain't really been saying too much. He'll say a little stuff here and there. Tank Davis and
I
I
think
mean
I
on
think
Twitter.
Yeah, I think Devin. I gotta be honest, man. Devin been pretty. You can tell that him and Tank are friends because he hasn't said nothing crazy about Tank, like at all. Like he really hasn't disrespected him. He just more or less say he down in the fight. But I'm gonna say this: so if Tank knocks out the American Dream, what happens then?
Then Tank is who we thought he is.
That's what I'm
Period.
saying. Tank is who we thought he is. I got Tank winning the fight regardless.
So
If
he
Devin
going so they
Haney
gonna
wins,
freeze
then
out
Devin Haney
T.O.
will. No, I got Tank Davis beating everybody 140 and down.
So they're free.
I'm
So
not
this
mad at
whole
that.
fight is a freeze out T.O. pretty much, right?
No,
On
T.O.
my
you
got
have
to
to freeze
fight.
out no
T.O. got
goddamn
to.
T.O.
Wait, T.O.'s fighting. He got a tough fight coming up.
He got Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
ain't
fights
easy.
Jermaine
That ain't a
Ortiz.
walk. They right. That ain't a walk in the park. And I expect
Yeah.
T.O. to come out and be in his bag and win the fight because T.O. need to get in there. I want to see him in there, man. Let's be honest. T.O. I got him. If I created a pound for pound list, I haven't written one down in a while. I'll probably wait till the new year.
Ain't got no bag. Oh, there you go.
Teofimo Lopez is definitely on that list. So he needs to get in there, get active, get his personal life together, and get back in there and get at it. Because we need him. Boxing, I don't care if you don't like him. Boxing needs Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, I don't know who the light skinned trio is either. I'm please just being a goofball. But I'll say this, man. I think this is great news for boxing. But I'm gonna tell you this. This just shows you that Tank and the American Dream are afraid. These dudes won't even mention T.O.'s name. That's kind of crazy. Why is T.O. being froze out? I want to hear y'all guys' opinion. Why is T.O. getting froze out? Why is this
No,
happening to T.O.?
no, hold up. Why would you mention somebody's name and you working on the biggest fight in the sport of boxing and he already got a fight lined up? What's the point of mentioning T.O.'s name? What's the point of that?
I don't know if you watched the press conference. Devin
No,
Haney
what's the
said,
point
listen,
of that?
Devin Haney said T.O. called him directly. And he didn't like
Okay.
that T didn't like that T.O. lied and said who he got his number from. I guess T.O. Made a mistake and told him the wrong person. So all of a sudden now he lied about giving him the number. So then he said, "Oh, I don't know to do nothing with T.O. because he's unreliable." So what they trying to do is create these red herrings to keep T.O. out of his greatness, and I think it's crazy. These guys are cowards, man. After they fight, the winner got to see T.O. I would say. What would you guys say?
He definitely can get in there and get
They
the
could
mix.
fight. They could fight offer from either one of those guys because T.O. is not the A side in neither one of them. T.O. is not the A side. They are the A side.
Well, you don't think the lineal champion is the A side?
No,
No,
he's not. He's not bigger than Devin Haney or Tank Davis. So he's the B side to both of them.
Hold on. You telling me the lineal champion is the B side to who?
To
To Tank?
to
Tank I
Tank
get.
and Devin.
Who has Devin ever beat that's anywhere as good as
Devin,
anybody that T.O. beat?
Devin's been doing his thing. He's more accomplished, and that's it.
Oh, so because T.O.'s Spanish, he can't get his proper due.
No,
Okay,
I
I get
like
it.
Tio. I just
I
gave him
get
his
it.
proper dues before I spoke on him. We got an
Wow.
echo we got an echo, a bad
just
echo, bro.
just because T.O. is the linear champion, that doesn't mean he the A side. Shannon Briggs was the linear champion. He wasn't the A side of nobody. They're going Lennox Lewis was the undisputed champion. He wasn't the A side
Mike
to Mike
Tyson?
Tyson.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. You're the linear champion.
And that being said, to go back to the
That means
Wilder,
nothing.
and AJ thing. So basically, what we're saying is because AJ is not necessarily as cool as Deontay Wilder, he don't talk about that Black Power stuff. We're not gonna remember AJ as the great champion. I would want my son to be more like AJ than I would Deontay Wilder. What would you guys say?
What?
AJ is an
What?
upstanding guy. He don't get in no stuff.
And what
Speaks
stuff Wilder
well.
got in?
Speaks well. We heard about the weapons and stuff, man. It's just that
Oh
simple.
man,
The
come
case
on,
was
man.
dropped. The case was dropped. Let me say that the case was dropped.
Weapons.
We heard about the weapons. I mean, I'm just going off. I don't speak
Everybody
for,
got weapons, BVO. Don't you got weapons at your house?
but listen, we're not talking about BBL. We're talking about a superstar fighter who can afford security, who can afford armed
Man,
security.
that's
So
like pocket watching. Like, how you know what he can do?
the man made
Like
$75 million in
that
two
man
fights.
don't need no. That man is Deontay Wilder. He's beloved. Ain't nobody gonna run up on him and try to do nothing to him.
Well, a secretary ran up on Dr. King and tried to stab him up. So
Man,
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go with that. I wouldn't go with that. I'm just
he
telling you,
went
I
all
wouldn't
the
go
way
with
back
that.
to Dr. King. That's crazy.
Somebody came while Dr. King's mother was on the piano. Somebody came and blew her off the piano. So I don't know what you're talking about. Things happen.
If somebody
Things
try to run
happen.
up on Deontay Wilder, you better be strapped up.
And I'm gonna say this:
Because
why
he's
can't
made it
we?
clear. He made it clear if you run up on him, he gonna punish you.
Well, let me ask you
So,
this: we got to remember that Anthony Joshua is a role model for the kids. I wouldn't say Deontay Wilder is a
and
role model for the
how
kids.
not? He has a statue in Alabama, and he love all the kids. He
It
he
means,
does tons of stuff for his community. You tripping, bro?
but
What are you talking about?
what about all the like
All the what?
witchcraft stuff he be saying, all
What?
that crazy stuff he be saying, like he praying
That
to his
stuff,
ancestors and all this crazy
man.
stuff.
That's
Like
not witchcraft, bro. That's spirituality. See, you might need to get in tune with yourself, my brother.
I was asking you a question. I'm not casting aspersions. I'm asking you guys a question about Deontay Wilder. I mean, he said he
You
said act
tripping?
like I ain't just got here though. I'll just say this. The thing that's so funny about it is you don't want to admit that Anthony Joshua is the quintessential role model. That's the guy you want your kid to be like. It's like Anthony Joshua. You don't want your
I
kid to
wouldn't
be
be mad if my son was like Deontay Wilder, and one of the hardest, if not the hardest, considered by many, the hardest puncher ever. And like Free said, in the history of boxing, made tons of money. He was able to take care of his daughter like he wanted to. He said, he got a little speak it, believe it, receive it. Well,
yeah.
that's what he preached, and that's what he did, and he did it. So that's why I wouldn't be mad if my son turned out like Wilder. Wilder ain't beating no women up. He ain't, I mean, he ain't hurt nobody other than inside the ring. So like, I'd be happy if my son was like Wilder. Shit,
I don't know what you think about that, Free. Who's the better role model for the kids, AJ or Deontay Wilder?
that's not what you asked.
I don't know what my man Free went.
You
I'll say this.
asked.
Go
You
ahead.
asked. No, what you asked?
I simply said if you had your choice, who would you want your son to look up
You
to,
said
AJ
AJ. You
or
said you'd
Deontay
rather
Wilder?
have a son like AJ
I
over
would.
Wilder, and
I
I
would.
said.
What was the question, BVO?
I said
I said that my son, if my son turned out like Deontay
what I
Wilder,
was saying was if you had your choice,
he
would you
won a
want your
bronze
son be
medal.
like AJ or would you want your son to be like Deontay Wilder? If you had your choice.
I want my
Out of
if I had to choose one of those two, because I want my son to be like me. But if I had to choose
personality,
one
well,
of
I'm
those
talking
two,
about personality wise, what I'm talking about.
I would want my son to be like Deontay Wilder. That man is a role model for young black men. That man take care of his family. That man provides for his family. That man, he's opening the doors for other people that's in his neighborhood. This man that I would want. I don't know what AJ does over there in the UK because I'm not in the UK, but I know what Deontay Wilder does here, and I know
Right.
what he means to his community and to the blacks in America. I know what he means to those
Yeah.
guys. So I would want my son to have the personality of a Deontay Wilder.
100%.
And see, I can see where you get that from, but it just seems like AJ is a gentleman. He speaks very well. He's clean
He just
cut.
has a British accent, BVO. Like what Wilder? Like what are you talking about? Speaks
Know what
very
I'm
well.
saying? Deontay Wilder doesn't speak very well. He kind of stumbles over his
He's
words.
country. What you mean? He from
I mean, he had,
he from the woods and the sticks of Alabama.
what is he
Like
has like a what is that, a southern draw? Is that what you call it? He has like a southern draw. I don't
yeah,
know, man.
he real geeky. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he got that. That's his own language. That's his thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way he talk, man. Like he's just a
My
country
man
boy,
said,
man.
Parsh Love salute my brother. He said, OMG, is it just me? But since Fury fought Water ain't been right. Like, why no one speak on that fight? Something wasn't right about that. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. Deontay Wilder, that second fight, got beat to death. He beat the fried chicken out of him. Like it was fried chicken, rice and beans,
Get
macaroni and
out of here.
cheese, collard greens everywhere when he got done with it. I mean, Tyson Fury.
And then there was questionable loaded gloves.
Oh,
And it's a whole
Now we're
scandal
not
going
gonna
on,
sit. Hold
man.
on, man. We're not gonna bring lies on the channel, bro. That's
ain't
We
a
ain't bringing
lie,
no
lying.
man.
lies. That
That's
that
a
Ain't
that
no
lie,
that's
lie.
bro.
That's
that's
facts.
not
That's
a
a
lie.
lie, bro.
That's not a lie. That's
A
not a lie.
personal friend of the channel, Mark Breland, did not do any of that stuff that Deontay
I
Wilder
don't
said.
care
He's
if
a
Mark Brennan a
liar.
personal friend of yours
I'm
or
talking
not.
about his gloves.
Mark Brennan lied on his own self. He lied on his own self. That man said, I did not give that man water, and then we watched the fight. Oh, he's the only man that gave him water. That man lied on himself.
Free. That's a good brother, man. That's a good brother, man. Mark Breland is a
That's your
great guy,
man.
man. Mark Breland is a
I'm
gold
not saying
medalist.
he's a great guy,
Don't
but it's
forget.
something everybody can be bought, bro.
So Mark Breland, the gold medalist, was bought.
hmm I'm not
That makes
saying
no
that.
sense.
I'm
You
not
know he's
saying
a
that. I'm just saying.
multimillionaire, right? You know he's
I
a
don't care what he
multimillionaire.
is.
So how can he be
Too
bought? He's
much
already a
money ain't
millionaire.
enough money. Too much money ain't enough money.
Okay, so you think Mark Breland will put his reputation on the line? He
For
created
the
Deontay Wilder. The water that you like is from him.
No,
That's who was training him.
did you just say with Mark Brennan put his reputation on a lie? The
On the
man sat
line,
there,
on the line.
he put his reputation on the line when he lied on himself. The man
You know
lied on
what?
himself.
I don't even care about with Mark Breland. I'm talking about his. I don't give a damn about that water stuff. I really don't. I'm talking about what I seen. The gloves. And Tyson Fury has been caught trying to manipulate gloves. The referee caught him and made him change his glove, which was real bizarre. In the middle of the fight, before the fight started, he changed his glove. He loaded his gloves. He got caught loading gloves and sparring.
Are you
Who
done?
loads?
Hey, can I ask you a question, man?
No,
Are
no, no,
you
no.
done
I'm
with the
not done. No,
lies?
I'm
Are you
not
done
done.
with the lies?
I'm not
Go
done. These
ahead.
are facts.
These are
Go back
lies,
and watch.
bro.
Go back and look at
Bro,
the
you on here
video.
lying, man. You
Go
know
back
Tyson
and
Fury
go
never
No,
back
cheated in
and
his
look
life.
at the
BVO,
video of
Go ahead.
Nicholas
BVO.
Asbury looking at Tyson Fury's gloves, and he's snapping like, "Are you effing kidding me?" And then Tyson Fury come out and said, "What they said? What his team say?
He's
Oh, after the
fired.
first
That's what
fight,
he said. You're fired.
we were trying to get him some
Some
confidence and yada
confidence.
yada yada." He loaded gloves and sparring, bro. That's your man.
Man,
No, Tyson
go
Fury.
ahead.
I mean, those are not lies. Those are proven facts. Tyson
Right.
Fury has been caught multiple times with tampered gloves. He's been caught drug cheating. The man is just a cheat. He's just a cheat.
Dirty
Period.
boy. He's just a dirty muff, and he's
Free,
good at doing
free,
what he do.
free. Now I gotta call you to the carpet on this one. You're usually fair on this stuff. You know that Tyson Fury is one of the best fighters we've seen in this era, bro. You know that. Tyson Fury is special, man. And to sit
Yeah, he
here
a
and try to
special
take him,
cheat. He a special
to,
cheat. You right.
wow, wow, he's beat
Dirty
everybody.
dude, man. He's just a dirty
Anybody you put
dude.
in front of him, he's beat up. And y'all was
Except for
BVO,
that, he just got beat up
BVO,
by an MMA guy.
BVO.
go ahead.
You know me well enough to know if I say somebody is cheating, I'm saying it because I got proof. I'm not going to just say somebody cheating and I don't have no proof. I'm saying it because I got proof.
Now we know I know what you're saying about the whole drug stuff. That goes without saying. But as far as you think that Tyson Fury needed to load gloves against a guy he's way
Yo,
better than,
he loaded his gloves
wow.
up, bro. It
No,
looked crazy. Okay, what
so
the
hold up.
footage in the beginning in the footage, they made that guy take that footage down, and it was private. It was all there because everybody was like, "Damn, look at this footage in Tyson Fury gloves in slow motion." And then a couple weeks later, when the video went viral, next thing you know, you can't see the video no more. It's private all of a sudden. The guy who put it out is private.
Hold on, let me
No,
ask you this question. Mark
All
Mark is a
seen
good
the video.
Mark is a good brother. He do a lot of fights out there. He trained a lot of he actually was training at the gym over there in Brownsville.
Who are you talking about?
We talking about Mark Breland. So Mark Breland is
Talking about Mark
really
Breland. I'm
no, I'm
talking about
answering the
loaded
question.
gloves.
Hold on. I'm answering the question in the chat. Yeah, Mark Breland is a good brother, man. He was living in New York for a little bit, actually for a long time, and then with the whole Deontay Wilder stuff, he was getting threats at the gym and had to leave. Mark Breland is a wonderful dude, man. So to hear the kind of stuff that I heard Deontay Wilder's team speak about living legend it was disheartening, man. And
no.
believe me, if
Deontay
BVO
Wilder never
saying it,
said
go
nothing
ahead.
bad about Mark Breeden. He never said nothing bad about Mark Breeden. Everybody was asking, why did Deontay Wilder fire Mark Breeden? He never fired Mark Breeden at first. He didn't fire Mark Breeden at first. Mark Breeden was still on his team. He just wasn't the head trainer no more. He was still on his team. He just
He
wasn't the head
demoted
trainer.
a gold medalist. That's what he
It
did. He
doesn't matter
demoted a
what he
gold
is, dog.
medalist.
It doesn't. Dog, I see people get demoted for less than that. It doesn't matter what he was. The man got demoted because he got demoted. You can get demoted for any reason. Any reason. It's not a must that you stay ahead training. If he feel that you're not training on what he needs to be trained on, he's going to find somebody else. It is what it is. But the man never said nothing bad about Mark Williams. You can't find nothing where Deontay Wilder said something bad about Mark Williams. You might hear people from his camp, or you might hear fans of
What is
Deontay
Tay?
Wilder.
What is Tay? What is Tay?
Tay is from his camp.
Okay.
That's not Deontay Wilder.
So you think he's gonna say something without Wilder's permission?
Dog, Tay can speak for himself. He's speaking for himself. He's not speaking for Deontay Wilder. He's speaking for himself.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. My man said the young guy Davis, the two brothers that box Mayweather are getting mental breaks. Something seems off. But boxers, can you look at them and see it? I don't know. When it comes to the Mayweather, I almost think Mayweather got a curse on him because all his fighters, other than Tank, have been utter failures, man. Like whether it's Mickey Bay, Ashley, I mean the list goes. I'll say Badu Jack was pretty good.
was pretty good.
Body Jux was pretty good, but he's just been an awful promoter for his own company.
Hey,
but
Rolly's a champion. He's the WBA super.
But yeah, but Rolly ain't with them no more. Rolly's with PBC and Tom Brown directly now. So that's why I said that.
Well, he got Cromell, so that's very, very promising.
Yeah, and you know the crazy thing about it, man, that get me about boxing is, as much as I love Deontay Wilder, man, he is going to be remembered for making up those lies about that second fight, man. And it's sad because that was just a beatdown. That was a beatdown.
First of all, BVO,
you act like you didn't even see the videos and stuff.
BVO, you gotta distinguish the two. You gotta separate the two. Deontay Wilder never made up anything. The people came out and saw the video themselves, and they said it. Deontay Wilder has never said there was. He said
no. He did a video. He did a video with all that stuff.
He said he has a dent. He has a dent in his head, the shape of an egg weight. That's what he said.
That's not what he said. That's what his doctor said. That's what doctor.
Yeah, that's what his
doctor.
No,
what I'm saying. He talked about how Ricky Hatton pulled up Tyson Fury's gloves at the end. These are all.
That's what he
did like a
no. That's not what Deontay Wilder said. That's what Tyson Fury said to Ricky Hatton. It's on video. It's on video. He said it in the corner. He said, pull me gloves up. Pull me gloves up. It's on video.
I know what you said on that. I'm saying Deontay Wilder did a short video kind of narrating what happened that night. And I'll tell you this, and I'll leave this part alone. I'll just say this: no matter how you put it, AJ has been willing to fight the tough fights. Honestly, I don't know what happened with the Deontay Wilder fight. The fight is 6 years too late. No matter what, if they get in there now, I would say AJ was stopping. Because at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder is not throwing the right hand. For a guy like Deontay Wilder not to be in the middle of the ring, just throwing that right hand, jab, right hand, it just was a travesty because you seen Joseph Parker was there to get knocked out. He punched him, froze him, and Deontay wouldn't throw. He almost looked like Adrian Bronner. He would not let his hands go. I've never seen Deontay Wilder have issues with that.
Answer this question for me, BBO.
Go ahead.
Who's a better fighter, Joseph Parker or Otto Wallin?
I would say Joseph Parker.
Okay. Who's a bigger puncher, Otto Wallin or Joseph Parker?
Joseph Parker.
Okay. Who you think AJ would have a better performance against, Joseph Parker or Otto Wallin?
I would say probably Joseph Parker, but he already knocked Joseph Parker out.
I said, who you think he would have a better performance against?
Oh, Otto Wallin. He would.
Okay. That tells you something. They put him in there with Otto Wallin, which is somebody to make him look good. AJ, we haven't seen AJ look that confident in the last 5 years.
In a long time. We haven't seen him like that in a long time. He hasn't looked
that confident.
So it makes you that being said, Free and Prize, what do you guys think? Do you think that the old AJ is back, the one that fought Andy Ruiz the first time is back? Is he back?
No.
Is he finally back?
No. I gotta see AJ in there with somebody that he can be fear of the power. If he's scared of their power, I gotta see how AJ look with somebody that can possibly knock him out. Nobody thought that Otto Wallin was gonna knock out AJ.
Shit,
AJ
I did. I thought Otto Wallin was gonna beat him up.
I thought Wilder might outbox him. I didn't think he
I
was
was
going to knock
very
him out.
impressed. I was very impressed with Joshua's performance. He looked a little bit better. He looked like he was a little different. You know what I'm saying? He looked a little like he was having fun, man. Not having fun, but looked like he was really into what he was doing. But I still think that Wilder knocks him out. I still think that like Usyk could beat him up. People like that, he shouldn't be getting beat by Usyk. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be destroying cats like Usyk. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder had a bad fight. Let's see what happens from here. If he wants to continue fighting, he needs to get right back in there at the top of the year. So
we get in there with Big Baby?
Big who? Jarrell Miller?
No,
or the other
Jarrell
Big
Anderson.
I doubt that, but I don't think he'll jump in
will
there
he
with
stop
him.
Wilder or no?
I mean, he'll stop that version of Wilder, but if the Wilder that we all know come to fight,
he's gone.
He gonna get melted.
I
think Wilder timing. I don't know. I want to see Wilder again because I'm not giving up on him because of his power. But he has to let Deontay. You gotta let your hands go, bro. Don't start that. Like I ain't like the game plan too much, but the movement. I ain't mind the movement. But when
you like that
movement,
a big puncher was running like that?
No. I didn't mind. I didn't mind the movement, but I need that jab, right hand from him. I need that. If you're gonna do it, but I still need that right hand from you, baby. And I need you to pump that jab out there. I need you. You know what I'm saying? So he can't do that or he'll get stopped, bro. But I want to see him again for sure. I want to see him again because I don't think that he know he messed up in there.
We got to remember AJ is a sucker for a straight right. That man get hit with a straight right over and over and over again. He still was getting hit with straight right in this Wilder fight.
Yeah, he was hitting clean.
I'm not convinced that AJ can beat Wilder. I didn't like the performance from Wilder that I saw.
How much money would you put? How much money would you put on that?
On Wilder and AJ?
Yeah, how much money would you put on it? If you had to put your last dollar, who would you put it on?
I got to see how they look leading up to the fight.
Shit, I put my last dollar on Wilder because if they fight next, Wilder's gonna come in as an underdog, and I'm gonna make bank because he'll melt AJ because AJ will come in there thinking he's gonna fight that Joseph Parker version of Deontay Wilder, and Wilder gonna be up.
And that could be another thing too. That could be another thing too. Wilder could just not been up for the Parker fight, but he can be hyped for the AJ fight. So that
he was
plays
looking.
a part
I
too.
kind of felt he might have. Some people were saying he was looking past it, but I don't think he was looking past it. But I think it definitely was maybe a little distraction. Maybe not. But
why was he so gassed? That's my question for you.
Because he wants the AJ fight so bad, he probably.
No, I'm talking about why was he out of air like that? Why was he gasping for air so bad?
Wilder wasn't gassed out. Wilder wasn't
gasping for air.
He moved for 12 rounds, so he didn't look gassed to me. It looked like he just.
It looked like he was about to pass away in the corner. I was saying
he couldn't. It looked like he couldn't pull the trigger for whatever reason, and a lot to do with ring rust. Some people will say, "Oh, I'm probably making up excuses, yada yada yada." But at the end of the day, ring rust does make a difference. Like you ain't been in the ring, you ain't got no rounds in him. No, it ain't. Some
I'm gonna tell you why it's a made up thing.
He's 38 years old, bro. So you can't. I seen
an old Sugar Ray Leonard go on there and beat Marvelous Marvin Hagler to death.
Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't old. Sugar Ray Leonard was not old.
Yeah, he just had an eye injury. He wasn't.
He was gone for 2 or 3 years.
He had an eye injury.
He wasn't old.
How old was he? 33?
He was like 33, 34. You said an old Sugar Ray Leonard.
That's
he
old.
Was not old. That's not old.
When I say, okay, he wasn't in his 20s. Is that better? He wasn't in his 20s anymore. How's that, Free?
Yeah, he wasn't in his 20s, but he wasn't old.
And he was gone out the ring 3 years and came and beat the baddest man like it was nothing. Tyson Fury was out the ring.
Well, you got a lot of people that question that fight too, BVO. There's a lot of people that think Hagler won. You do know that, right?
There's a lot of people that question.
There's a lot of people that think Hagler won the fight.
There's a lot of people that question that fight because I told you what Sugar Ray Leonard did. He threw a bunch of Fury at the end of the round. He threw the last 20 seconds. Yeah. He left a lasting impression on the judges.
Yeah, and then he let his hands fly.
If they said that, all I
You
can
don't
say
know
is
shit about boxing. You don't know shit.
that's all you can say if you somebody was to say something like that. He said it
But you
don't
made it
matter.
seem like he came out there and won like 10 rounds to 2, 11 rounds to 1. That's what you're making it sound like, BVO. He beat him to death. No, he didn't.
Well,
Because
I
there's a
say
lot of
this.
people, it was a close fight, and people thought Hagler won. The
I'll
first
say
time I
this.
saw it, or maybe like the second time I saw it, I thought Hagler won. And I watched it again because I watched it so many times, and I go back and forth. I ain't watched it in a long time.
It
I
was
might
in
pick Hagler
flurries,
this time.
man. It was in flurries, man. It looked like he was about to
I don't
stop
know, but
Marvin.
we forgot about some of the middle rounds where Hagler, when he lumped his eye up, Hagler was putting some shit on him, man. So I'm telling you, man,
Well,
I
I
go
say
back
this.
and forth with that fight there, man. For
Well,
real.
I'll say this.
That
I'll
fight,
say
I'm gonna
this.
tell you what that fight
Go
was.
ahead.
That fight was Devin Haney versus Loma. You look at it one time, you got Loma winning. Look at it another
Yeah,
time, you got Haney winning. That's what that fight was.
that's
It
a
was
good
Devin Haney
point.
versus
That's a
Loma.
really good point. That's a good
I go
point.
back and forth with Sugar Ray and Hagler, and that's why I love boxing, because of fights like that you don't know who you're gonna pick when you watch it. If you ain't watched the fight in 4-5 years, you might have picked Sugar Ray at the 2 years ago. You and your homies just chilling, y'all throwing an old fight or whatever. You might pick Hagler this time. It's that good of a fight and that close. So it's what you like. And Sugar Ray was Sugar Ray at the time. So and Hagler, a lot of people didn't like Hagler. You know what I mean? Sugar Ray was the golden boy. He was the money man at the time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I ain't saying he lost. But I'm just
My
What
man,
you
saying it
what
was close.
my man Clarence said something that I want to ask you guys about. He said it don't matter. These so-called fans don't appreciate Wilder. That is the
That's
most
a fact. That's a
erroneous
fact. It's a
BS
lot of
take I ever heard in my life.
it's a lot of raccoons running around on the internet. I wish I could say their names.
Oh
I
my
wish I
God.
could say their names. I want to say their names so bad. And they run around here and act like Wilder ain't that guy. They can't wait to root against him. Can't wait to go over there and run with Tyson Fury. And
Shout,
sitting
shout,
around looking
shout
goofy,
out to
dog,
the
man. I want to
boxing
go right.
historian Marky Dan who came on different panels
dog,
talking that crazy Deontay Wilder talk.
dog,
Deontay
I'm gonna
can
tell you,
fight, man. Go ahead.
dog, Deontay Wilder gets the same kind of treatment that Muhammad Ali got. When Deontay Wilder is done and retired, people going to be talking about how Deontay Wilder was the biggest puncher in the sport of boxing. They're going to be talking great things about Deontay Wilder, but as long as he's fighting, they're going to be talking bad about him. The same way they did
Right.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
Floyd. And they still talk shit about Floyd. Oh, he lost Castillo first fight.
he
I don't
did.
think he lost.
He did.
I
And we
thought
didn't
he
get
won.
Paul Williams. We didn't get Paul Williams. We didn't get Winky Wright. And we definitely
Talking about
didn't get
junior
Triple G.
middleweights and middleweights.
Floyd
Middleweight.
was
What are you
champion
talking
at
about?
junior middleweight. What are you talking
Who?
about? He was champion. Floyd was champion
Who?
at 154. Floyd was
Man,
champion at 154.
nobody wasn't calling for that fight but you. He's the only person
He,
that ever called for that fight. Nobody wanted to see that.
what about Paul Williams?
You
Why don't
talking
we
about
get
Paul? The
Margarito?
same bull that Sergio melted.
Why don't we get Margarito?
The same. You talking about the
The
same
same dude
person
that
that
loaded his
Paul
gloves.
Williams?
That Shane
You
Mosley
talking about
knocked out. That Floyd dominated.
you talking about the same? You talking about the same Paul Williams that said that fight was never on the
Never
table
came
for
up.
neither one
He
of
said it
us?
never came up. That's what he said. He said it never came up. But Floyd's the money man. He should have made it happen. But hey, he didn't fight Triple G at
Which Paul?
154 either. Triple G said he
Wasn't
would
gonna
fight
come
him
down
at
to no 54.
Triple G would have came down at 154 for Floyd.
And he would
He
have
would
got
have
his
definitely
ass
came.
taxed. He would
Dog,
have got his ass taxed.
Triple G wouldn't even fight daggone Andre Ward. I'm not taking
Right.
nothing Triple
He'll
G say.
he'll come down to 54 to fight Little Floyd, but he won't go up to 60 to fight Andre. Get out of here. Or
Salute to my
68
man
to fight Ward.
Picasso, man. Salute to my man Dr. Mark, man. Salute, dog.
Yeah, he ain't really want no smoke. Triple G was a fraud. You know
He
what I mean?
said
I always knew it. Triple G can't he can't
he
do
beat
nothing. Floyd, he
Canelo
would have came to
twice,
54.
bro. He
This
beat
is the same
Canelo
dude.
twice.
This is the same dude that Kell Brook was washing Triple G till he got his eye broke. Floyd wouldn't have got
Say it
tired.
again. What happened? He broke his
Floyd
eye.
wouldn't have got tired.
He broke his eye.
His face ain't fragile like that.
His hands are.
Floyd would have boxed circles around him just like he did Canelo. It would have looked just like that. Triple D would have turned him and kept turning him and kept just tagging him with straight right hand, jump leaping in and then jabs to the body, check left hooks, turn, and he would have washed Triple G.
You
I
talking
wish
you
I
talking
wish
about
that
you talking about that same
about
Triple
Floyd.
G that lost 3 times to Canelo, somebody that Floyd made look like an amateur? That's that
Man, he
Triple G?
beat Canelo twice, bro. You know
No,
that.
he
Come
didn't beat
on.
Canelo
Stop,
No,
at
he
bro.
all.
didn't.
Stop,
He
bro.
didn't beat
Stop,
Canelo at
bro.
all.
Stop,
had Canelo.
bro.
I had Triple G winning the first fight because Triple G jab was working good in that first fight.
What about the
But I had
second
Canelo.
fight?
I had
They
Canelo winning the
robbed me.
trilogy. Canelo won the trilogy.
I mean, he
So it
did
was
win the
him.
third fight clearly, but he was 100 years
I mean,
old. But I'll
that
say
fight was
this,
a wash.
and the thing is, people like my brother Clarence said he don't appreciate Wilder now. Okay, I get you don't appreciate Wilder now, but when it's all said and done, Deontay Wilder walking right into the Hall of Fame. Did he do things perfect? No, he could never beat the Jiffy King, who was 10 times the fighter he was. It happens, man. It happens. He's gonna go into the Hall of Fame as a better version of Ron Lyles or Ernie Shavers. He just happened to become champion. That's all it was, man. He won't
You
be a
talking about
top.
the same guy that got the same amount of title defenses as Ali?
Yeah, he got 10 title defense with the WBC. He does. But Ali did that
Okay,
three
so what are
times.
we
Ali
talking
did
about?
that 3 times. Hold on.
All
Ali did
right,
that
well,
three
Ali
times,
is the
though.
greatest thing
Ali did
ever,
that
bro.
3 times.
Ali's
No,
one of
he's
the
not.
greatest fighters of
No,
all
he's not.
time.
He's
Yes,
not
he
better
is.
than Joe Lewis. He's not better than Joe Lewis. Stop the
You
lies.
you you do
Joe
you do
Lewis.
realize
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
you
Joe
do
Lewis will kick
realize
his head in. Go ahead.
you do realize Larry Holmes defended that WBC belt more times than Ali did, consistently.
No, he did, but I'm saying Ali got 10 title de- 10 3 30 title defenses total, man. That's pretty amazing for that.
Absolutely.
That's pretty amazing. For I know that's no big deal to you, but to have 30
He's the
fights where you
greatest
defend the
heavyweight.
belt,
He's the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time to me.
no, he's not. He's not better than Joe Lewis, man. Stop the lies, bro. He's never
Man,
been better than
that's
He's
Joe
your
better.
Lewis.
opinion.
He's better than Joe Lewis.
No, he's not. Joe Lewis lived
Yeah.
to fight 45 times. What are you talking about, freak?
So I don't care if he fought 45 times or not. He's better than Joe
Okay.
Lewis.
No, he's not. I just told you he just defended the
That
belt 45 times, bro.
and your opinion that he's not, my opinion that he is.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. But I'll
Yeah,
say
I'm with
this,
you,
man.
Free.
We all know that Joe Lewis would have beat the life out of Muhammad Ali. At
Joe
the end of
Lewis
the day,
don't nobody say Joe Lewis is the greatest heavyweight of all time. They say Muhammad Ali is.
Yeah.
now why did Custom
Not
Auto
only that,
say? Why did
they say he's the greatest fighter of all time, let alone
No, he's
heavyweight.
not. He's not even close. He's not better than Sugar Ray Robinson, bro.
That's what majority of the people say.
I know you should start watching boxing prize, but there's a brother out there named Sugar Ray Robinson, Willie Pep. It's a bunch of guys that go before him. But I'll say this.
Yeah. But
I'll say this, man.
Ali's he did at his time, the way he did things and the way how he was just makes him greater than all of that, unfortunately.
I'll say this, man. He said BBO sound like he would start a riot in a nursing home.
What?
Hey, Picasso, I love you, man. You my brother, and I love you, man. But I gotta say this, man. The thing people don't understand is because they didn't watch the guy, they don't got no tape, they don't got no DVD to go back and watch him. You watch Joe Lewis. Joe Lewis would have beat the life out of Muhammad Ali. He would have caught up to him. Custom Auto, the guy who could be arguably one of the greatest trainers ever, one of the guys who invented Mike Tyson, the guy who made the Mike Tyson that you all got, everybody loves. He invented Mike. He found Mike in the gutter, turned him into a champion. He said that Joe Lewis would have caught up to Muhammad and beat his head in. That's what he said. So I don't think I know more boxing than Custom Auto. But before we get out of here, man, I want to say this, man. Who is the fighter of the year, Free? Who is the fighter of the year? We had to vote on the channel. The channel spoke. Who is the fighter of the year for you, my brother?
Fighter of the year. I will have to give it to there's damn fighter of the year. Fighter of the year. I'm looking at Devin Haney. I'm looking at Terrence Crawford. I'm looking at Monster Inoue.
Yeah.
Devin Haney is what? Fighter of the year?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. I would give it to Monster only because he moved up. He beat Stephen Fulton in his first fight at 122, and then his second fight at 122, he became undisputed. He was the two-time undisputed champion, and he did that in almost exactly 1 year. He became two-time undisputed champion in almost exactly 1 year.
Yeah,
So
within
it was
like a week. Yeah.
it was like 67 or it's like 367 days or 370 days, something like that. It was
370,
almost
yeah.
it was almost exactly a year he became 2-time undisputed champion. So I would give it to Monster.
I'm giving
So
him.
you,
I'll give mine to Devin Haney because he became undisputed, defended undisputed. Then he moved up a weight, became a 2-time champion, and he just fought the better competition. Monster, his undisputed. He beat. I give him the Fulton fight. I was wrong on that. He got that one. But this fight here for undisputed, bro, nobody was even barely woke. So I'm not taking it away as an accomplishment, but nobody know who that Tapples guy was. Nobody ever heard of him.
he
He
beat
just was
MJ.
man, he was a belt holder. Okay, he beat him, whatever. And nobody even heard of Enze. So I'm giving mine with
But
Devin because
the only problem I had with you picking Devin Haney.
He beat Lomachenko, who's supposed to be the second in coming of Ali. With his promoter Bob Aramson, who promoted Muhammad Ali, he went and beat him in a close fight. So for me, I'm going with Dev, with just better competition than Anui. And he ain't even fought in America yet, so there ain't no way he can be the fighter of the year. You got to come over
He
here.
has fought in America. He's fought in LA before.
All right, okay. Well, most of his fights are in Japan, where we sleep, because you was asleep with me and I
fell
was
asleep.
asleep.
Hey, I fell asleep.
Yeah, we was all asleep because they don't have undisputed fights. Like, come on, bro. But you got to fight over there because he's the A side. I'm not taking no. He's definitely in the pick. Like,
Now,
he's in there, but he ain't for me. Is Dev. I went with
what
Dev.
I will say though about Monster, what did I tell you? I told you he ain't gonna want to fight that boy Tank. Told you. He
He
like,
too
nah,
small. He too small.
I gotta see what I'm gonna do at 22. I'm not ready to move up to 26 yet. So that man, I told you he ain't gonna want that fight with Tank Davis. Tank Davis is a monster. He ain't getting in there with no Tank Davis. That's the real monster.
I think he's too small to fight Javante. I don't know why. Even Javante made a comment on that. What's that Baltimore-based show or whatever? They be
The
having
Rise. The
the
Rise.
Rise podcast. So shout out to them brothers. Even Javante said, I don't know why this page keep, he's too small. Yada yada yada. I don't
Can I
know
ask
why
you
this
this,
page
Free?
keep posting it.
Can I ask you this,
The
Prize?
fighter said that. The fighter said that.
Can I ask you
So
this real quick,
I
Prize?
feel the same way he do. Tank do.
Let me ask you this real quick. So you telling me because Terrence Crawford is black, he don't deserve to be fighter of the year?
Haney
That
is
what you
black.
telling me?
No, Devin Haney's black. Last time I checked.
Yeah,
So you
I
telling me
like
because
Terrence.
no, I'm saying because Terrence
One time,
Crawford is dark skinned. Because he's dark skinned,
I
you don't
like
think he
Terrence
deserves a
Crawford.
shot?
He's definitely in the running. He's definitely in my runnings. If I had to rank it, I'm gonna go Devin,
The,
Terrence, then Inouye,
So because he's
the,
Terrence
dark
victory
skinned, he's
over Earl
number two.
Spence.
the reason why
He just my pick.
the reason why I picked Monster over Terrence and Devin over Terrence is because both those guys had 2 fights this year. Terrence had
Yeah,
1.
right.
He had 1.
One big significant fight though. That fight
Against
It
a
was
was.
one. It
monster.
was one significant fight, but
I mean, you
those
could
guys had
arguably
2.
say number one
They,
fought number two in pound for pound.
yeah, you could arguably say
I can
you could arguably
understand.
say that.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Free. I won't even be mad if Terrence won. They're gonna give it to the little Japanese boy. We already know they like what he's doing. He has a fan base that's growing and growing and growing in America, and people like him. You got other channels ranking him number one over Crawford. Like, I,
No, I'm not going.
see.
I'm
You know
not going
what?
that far.
See, you know what?
I told
I really
BVO that
want to. I
already.
really want to cut some of these channels out, but I might do that on another time on another
No,
platform. But
I already told BBO. I'm not going that far. I'm not going
they
that.
put they already
He's on
put
my
him over.
pound. He's on my pound for pound, but he ain't
Yeah,
ranked that high.
he ain't
He
one.
ain't that high.
Right. They got him number one. Number one. I'm like,
No,
are
no,
y'all see? I don't like he beat.
no.
What's his name? Marlon Taples.
Yeah,
Nobody heard of him.
no. I'm
He
not
beat
ranking him that
MJ.
high.
What are you talking? He beat MJ. What are you talking about?
Man,
No,
BBO, nobody don't know who he is but us.
no. Like I told BBO, I got him in my top 10,
About
but he's not in my top 5. He's not in my top 5. He's in my top 10, but he's not in my
He
top
number
5.
Mad if
6.
you put the
He
boy in
number
the top
6.
5.
No,
I'm
no,
not
he's
mad
not.
at the top
He's
5.
not number. He's not number 10, but he's not in my top 5.
I say he's number
Man,
6.
I'm not mad if you put him in the top 4.
Yeah,
Fine. I get it. His accomplishments are what they are. And he moved up and beat my guy that I was chilling with. And shout out to him. Cool boy. Real
Was he
nice
awake
brother.
when you met him?
Cool boy was a real good brother. I told him to his face, look, the get back gonna be crazy. We still riding with you. You did what you had to do. You had to go out there, drink that water, eat that food. You out your element. You know what I'm saying? You went over there. You
Oh,
got your back. I'm
you
not making
gassed
up
him
no
up.
excuses. No, he
Okay.
lost the fight, and knew
Okay.
he looked great in the fight, and he looked good in his last fight. But come on, let's be serious though. Who he gonna fight next? He can jump up and wait if he want to.
This should be Brandon
But
Figueroa. Brandon Figueroa. That's what it should
I,
be.
I think he could beat Figueroa personally. When the last time we seen Figueroa? But the kid,
And see,
for
hold on,
him,
hold on.
for y'all to
let
rank
me
him
let me
over
say this
Terrence
real. Let
Crawford
me
is
say this real quick.
crazy.
Let me
That's
say
just
this real quick.
stupid.
I gotta say something to my brother Clarence. Brother, you are just being a Errol Spence stand. At the end of the day, Bud Crawford, with everything against him, went in there and beat the brakes off of Errol, man. You got to give him his credit. He's a fight of the year, man. He's a fight of the year, man.
He's a fighter of the year candidate for sure. Like I said, if Terrence Crawford won fighter of the year, I get it. Like number 1 beat number 2. You could argue who was number 1, who was number 2. A lot of people had Terrence Crawford number 1, and he defended that. So that's a big win and a significant win. So a lot of people gonna say Terrence Crawford. That's why it's cool. But you know what ESPN gonna do? They're gonna give it to the Japanese boy. They love foreigners. They don't like their own fighters right here in America. So Terrence is not going to get it, and Devin's not going to get it. So that's just what it's going to be.
Says
And
who?
Nui says the old media. Old media going when people turn on. There's some old heads that don't listen to YouTube. They love boxing, but they listen to ESPN and stuff.
But we
BBO,
They
team
still
old media.
I already told you that, BBO. I said if Monster go out here and win his second undisputed title, they're
he
gonna
gonna
give
win.
him
He
fighter
gonna
of the year. I already told you
absolutely.
that. I told you that.
And he did it in such little time. So he has a great case.
I mean, but
Just
y'all making it seem like he fought like a nobody. I mean, Naples just beat MJ. Like, come on, dude.
you
MJ's a
keep saying MJ like
I,
people like that name ring
actually,
bells.
actually, the guy that he fought was a nobody. The guy did beat MJ. He did beat
Mhm.
MJ, but he wasn't known. He was a nobody. He was not known.
Right.
That's the definition of a nobody. You're not known. That's the definition of a nobody. You're not known.
Right. He won the
So
fight. He got on, and he got his opportunity, and he was what he was. Just a belt holder, somebody that won a fight. He had no smoke for Anui. Anui got hit, but it wasn't to the point to where he was hurt or nothing like that. I mean, he washed the guy, dropped the guy, stopped the guy, and people, the old media gonna put him number 1. You got some goofies on YouTube running around here putting him number 1 already on Terrence Crawford. Like, come on, are you serious? If they was in the same weight class, Terrence Crawford would destroy this kid. Like, come on. Like, that's what pound for pound is, right? They can't wait to put that foreigner over there, boy. I hate that. Get him out of here.
So you telling me if they was in the same weight class, you think Bud, you think Anui would beat Bud Crawford? Seriously?
No, Terrence Crawford would destroy Anui if they was the same weight.
that
Terrence
that's
Crawford,
that's how you do your pound for pound. The number
Terrence
one beats
Crawford would
everybody on the list. The number one beats everybody on the list. The number
Terrence,
two
right,
beat everybody under number one. The number
right.
three beats everybody under number 1 and 2. That's how you do it on the pound for pound. That's
Because
how
can't
it's supposed to
nobody on
go.
the pound for pound list whoop Terrence Crawford at 147, or if they was the same weight, if Terrence was 130, if he was 122, if he was 175. I don't give a damn what weight he was. If everybody was the same size, none of them beat Terrence Crawford, and that's just what it is.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But there's
None
one
of
guy.
them.
There's one guy I would love to see Terrence Crawford fight. It probably never happened, but I would love to see him and Canelo get it on. I would love to see him
I
and
mean, look
Canelo
what
get
he
it on.
has to do. Look, he got to jump all the way from 47 to 68 to challenge himself. So that lets you know he
Didn't
number
Canelo
1.
jump from 47 all the way up to 68, and then all the way up to 75?
He worked his way there. People want that fight next. If he didn't have to fight Earl Spence and Canelo said, okay, let's do Terrence. Let's do
No.
50-50. Let's just say that's what it was. And Terrence Crawford, that would be the only way he would be able to challenge himself if he do some dumb shit like go up to 60, 68. And I still think if he go up there, he gonna come in. He gonna probably weigh in at 167, and he gonna come in there nice and trim, and he gonna put the smack down on Canelo ass, bro.
No,
Canelo
went from 54 to 60, then to 68. He didn't jump all the way up there
and he
like that.
jumped up to 75 too. He worked himself up there.
He went from 60. He went from 60 to 75, and then came back down to 68.
I mean,
Canelo ain't got nothing. Canelo on his way out, man. He on his way out. Like Terrence Crawford is number one pound for pound. He beat everybody on the list. That's what it is.
I'm about to say, is it me or did BVO go
No, I
quiet?
think BVO bombed out. I accidentally muted myself, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, like I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, Terrence Crawford beat everybody on the list. Period. Ain't nobody on the list that can beat Terrence Crawford. So if y'all don't want to say he ain't the fighter of the year, that's fine. If you want to pick Anui, I get it. That's what y'all like to do. For me, it's Devin Haney, but I get it. I get it if Anui or Terrence win. I
I'm
ain't mad
I'm
at Terrence.
I'm picking a Nui off of the fights that he had. I'm not picking him because he's the better fighter. Like fighter of the year is somebody that did something significantly. Like he came up to 22, he beat the best guy at 22, and then he beat the quote unquote second best guy at 22. So that's why I gave him fighter of the year.
Yeah,
That's the only reason why I gave him fighter of the year. Because if he wouldn't have did that, it would have been going to Devin Haney.
yeah.
I was giving Devin Haney fighter of the year.
I gave Dev it because he beat um, the number one guy at 135, which was George Kambosos, because he beat Teofimo Lopez. And then he smoked him twice, 24-0, in my opinion. And then so he defended it on the road as being the B side as a champion 2 times. Crazy deal with Top Rank. Then he come in there and beat what Bob Arum said is Muhammad Ali, greater than Muhammad Ali, or whatever that crazy shit Bob was saying about Lomachenko. Everybody like to talk about his amateur background, but he ain't really did shit in the pros to me. But everybody hypes him all up, and he's all this and all that. So he whooped him, a 2-time gold medalist. He whooped him, got him up out of there. Then he went up there and dominated Regis Prograis.
Yeah,
So
but the
for
thing
me,
is, the
those
thing is
two
with
names, Lomachenko.
the thing is the Devin Haney, the Kambosos, those was last year though. That's why
Yeah, okay. But all right,
I
okay.
can't
But
give them that
forget.
because they was last year.
Yeah, forget Campbell. That's right. You're right. Forget Campbell. But the Lomachenko and Regis Prograis is way better than anything other than Terrence Crawford dominating Earl Spence. Other than that, I don't want to hear about no NOA beating Stephen Fulton. One guy. Devin beat 2 guys. He beat Lomachenko and he beat Regis Prograis. Undisputed, defended again. Is Devin Haney got the most title defenses in the 4-belt era as undisputed? Somebody look that
No,
stat up.
no,
No?
no.
Okay, well, Canelo does.
Yeah, Canelo has the most in the 4-belt era.
Okay, so
Uh,
Canelo.
I believe,
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken, I believe Canelo does. I think
okay.
Canelo got 3 or 4.
How many Dev got? Dev got
2. He
3.
got 2. 2. He got
No, he
2
got
title defense. He
2
got 2.
tight,
He
two,
got
two,
Cam.
two,
He
two.
got Cam. He got
Campbell and
Cam.
Lomachenko.
Yeah, he got 2.
Okay,
Um,
so
I got to think
I just
about.
like the names too, though. Free, real quick. You need to jump in. I like the names he got. He got Lomachenko, tough Regis Prograis, and he dominated Regis Prograis, and he won a close fight against people who have him in a pound for pound, in the top 5 all the time for whatever reason. And then Lomachenko. So for me, it's Haney.
See, and
Regis was a light touch, man. Stop capping it here, man.
Don't
Regis
do
was a
that.
light touch.
You ain't say. I ain't
no,
never heard you say that. You used to think Regis was a dog, and when Devin washed him and make him look ordinary, now he's a light touch.
Who has he ever beat, man?
BVO, you know we being recorded. You know that, right?
I know he's being recorded. I'm trying to
All right,
figure out why you capping like this.
that's what it is. Devin Haney. Your top candidates are Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney. Who else?
I give Devin Haney. I give.
You want to? Who else you want to put Tank in there with that Ryan win?
You don't think that T.O. win over Josh Taylor was bigger? That's my upset of the year. Is T.O. versus Josh Taylor.
You can put T.O. in there. I ain't mad if you want to be if he's a candidate.
He won upset of the year for sure. What you got? You guys agree with that? T.O. had upset of the year.
He got his ass whooped.
Yeah, he probably get upset of the year. He probably get upset of the year because I think that was the only underdog that won in an impressive fashion.
They ain't gonna give it to him.
If as far as biggest upset, because a lot of people thought T.O. was going to get beat up, and
yep.
I mean,
Except for BVO.
well, I gotta say he probably got upset of the year. I can't argue with that.
Or is it Terrence Crawford beating Errol's EJ?
That's not an upset.
That wasn't an upset. Bud Crawford was the favorite. That wasn't an upset.
Oh, that's right. He was the favorite.
But the upset of the year, I can see people putting that because that probably get the knockout of the year. That Chris Colbert Rayo fight. That's gonna get the knockout of the year.
That was the robbery of the year.
No, I'm talking about when Colbert got knocked out.
Over Loma Devin?
Oh no, that was last year. That Rayo got robbed by Chris.
Yeah, when he knocked him out. Yo, did you see that joint on Instagram, dog? Where where Rayo was posing and Colbert over there is folded. I'm like, yo, that's cold. That poses. Yo, I hang that up in my cave downstairs. You heard? I need a poster that somebody. Yo, I'm gonna go make that. Yo, that joint is cold, dog. That's one of the coldest joints I've seen in a long time. And I ain't even no Rayo fan, but that shit there is cold. Colbert over there stretched out, and Rayo posed like, yeah, let me get my money. Yo, that was crazy, man.
I mean, so is Demetrius Andrade finished? I want to ask you guys that.
Is he what?
Is Demetrius Andrade finished after quitting?
Nah.
He quit.
I don't think he's finished, but he did quit. I don't
he
think
ain't getting no big fights either.
No, he didn't get knocked out like Chris Colbert to say he's finished. That's when you say somebody's finished. Somebody get knocked out cold. You like, okay, that nigga might be finished. He quit. He said, you know what? I'm not going to get knocked out cold. Let me go ahead and stop so I can preserve my daggone career.
So they say Ryan quit, but they won't say that Boo Boo quit. I think Boo Boo
quit. Boo Boo literally said, no, stop the fight. He literally said, stop the fight. Ryan just got knocked down and said, you know what? I'm not getting back up. I feel like I'm about to boo-boo myself. I'm not getting up.
Pretty cold, man. Was Ryan winning that fight before the knockdown?
No, he was losing. He had just got dropped like 3 rounds prior to that.
No, I'm talking about before that knockdown, not the last one, the first one.
I'm talking about the first one. He got knocked down in the second round. He was losing.
Oh, you didn't think Ryan won that first round?
No, he might have won the first round, but he got dropped in the second. That puts him down. Okay. He got dropped in the second round. That puts him down. Puts him down by 1 point.
So what you think about Ryan now taking on the American Dream Haney next? After just fighting Oscar?
We don't know if that fight is next because there's talk of Tank Davis. We don't know if that fight is next.
Andre not done, yo. He's not done off that one loss, bro. Real quick.
What's the point of getting Ryan Garcia when I can get the man that beat Ryan Garcia? So we don't know if that's next. It might be next, but if this talk with Tank Davis is true and Devin and Tank sent them an offer and Devin accept that offer, that Ryan fight might not be next. Unless they say, okay, you can go ahead and fight Ryan and I fight somebody and then we fight. That fight might not be next.
Be a wash, yeah.
I mean, so that means that would be a duck.
No,
if he fights Tank?
No, that's not a duck. You fighting the person that knocked him out.
Right.
So
It's a bigger fight.
if he don't fight, say you fight somebody else, that means he's ducking him, right?
No. If they put in the contract, you can get a fight before you fight Tank Davis, because who knows? Tank Davis might say, look, I want to tune up at 140 before I fight Devin. So I'm not saying that there's a duck on either end. We don't know
They gave
what the
they
stipulations of the contract. They might
they,
put it. I didn't say it's definite. I'm
they
saying they
gave
You're
might
gonna
put
have a
13.
lot of
They
Devin Haney fans that's gonna call a duck if Tank needed tune-up because they'll say, well, Floyd ain't need no tune-up. You know what I'm saying? He came in there and jumped right in there with Marquez.
I,
He
I
he
don't
came
care
in
did.
there.
what
And
I don't care what Devin Haney fans say. I'm gonna say we get in the fight. I don't care what they say, because half of them don't know what the hell they
he
talking about
don't need
anyway.
it. I don't think that Javante needs a tune-up. He's off as
I'm not
long as
saying
he
he. I'm
normally.
not. I'm not
How
saying he
long he
needs
been
a
out the
tune-up.
ring? How long he been out the ring?
He fought, his last fight was in April.
April. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's pretty normal.
I mean, he's been pretty active, man. He's been active. So
he
that's the
fought. He
thing.
fought. He fought in January. Then he fought again in April, and then he went to jail, and he didn't have a fight after that.
He wasn't gonna fight anyway. He's doing GTD development, and I hope Karma is a bitch.
I
And
think
them
I
suckers that
actually
burn his
actually
property down, that was
actually
some real. Hold on, free. The people that burn his property down, that was some real sucker shit, and that's why brothers don't like really
They
doing
went to
shit because
jail. Yeah.
but I'm just saying I don't care if they went to jail. What's the point of it? Like there's nothing you're gonna get. He got insurance. He's rich. He can get it fixed anyway. Why are you gonna burn a block? Like, come on, you could have killed somebody's family. That's like y'all tripping, man. Like the man. That's why brothers don't be wanting to do stuff because of shit like that. Baltimore, y'all
exactly.
know better, man. Y'all know better than that. Baltimore, come on, do better. And the
Yeah,
man, they talking about, oh, he's trying to come up and. All right, yeah, well, he's a businessman too, so of course he's trying to make money. But at the same time, with him getting money, and in return, you get the new kitchen and the ranges. Listen, I build buildings, I build skyscrapers for a living, so I know what comes in them buildings. He's giving y'all all that new. He's gonna redo everything. The floors, you're gonna have backsplash. You're gonna have a new refrigerator with the freezer on the bottom and all that fancy fly shit. And y'all burning shit up. Do better.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with Pride that y'all. That's the reason why a lot of people don't want to go back to their community and help out, because it's always somebody that's hating. But I think Tank Davis would have fought again this year, but the whole situation with Showtime and Amazon, I think that they
Yeah.
might have put Tank Davis off for the new Amazon deal.
And that's why I think that he wasn't going to fight anyway. He's on tack. As long as he come back in 24, right out of the shoot, come back in like February, and he'll be fine.
Yeah,
I
because
want
I
to see
think
him do that.
if that whole situation didn't go down, I think Tank would have fought another fight. I think he would have fought one more time this year, because he had fought so early in the year. It was January and April. I think he would have had another fight. But
Yeah,
because of the whole situation with Showtime and Amazon, they said, you know
yeah,
what? We're going to save our money, man, for the new platform.
yeah. I didn't think he was going to fight anyway because of that, and I just don't think he was going to fight. I think he wanted to take his money from Ryan and do some personal things in his life, then get back to the ring, like with the GTD development. I'm pretty sure he purchased it more. And shout out, who was it? Mike Epps. I think he
Mm-hmm.
did something like that soon. Not soon, but
Yeah, it was Mike Epps. It was Mike
Mike
Epps. He
Epps
did the
did
same
it
thing.
not too long ago. He did the same thing. And shout out to them brothers doing that. I'm glad they ain't burn Mike stuff up, man. But I'm more mad that they burnt Tank stuff up because he bought the hood, man. Like people always repping blocks that they don't own and repping this
It's a,
street and this, and they don't own none of the stores, none of the laundromats, none of the bodega. They don't own none of that shit. But they rep the block like they'll die on that block. Tank repped this block and went back and bought some of the block up. Like, come on, that's what you do, bro. And
yeah.
now, like, he can say he from there for real, like, this his block for real. You know what I'm saying? He really can claim that. And you know what I'm saying? And for niggas to come in and do nigga shit that just piss me
The,
off and make
and
it look bad, man. Stop
The
doing
and
that.
the bad thing about it is, if you've never been to Baltimore, you don't know how bad Baltimore is. Like that,
Right.
like I've been out to Baltimore looking at a couple of properties that me and my wife was looking at, and those neighborhoods are fucked up. Like you'll
It's
get a good
shit's
house
like Philadelphia.
right beside a house that's abandoned, boarded up, and everything. I'm like,
Yep.
the house is nice, but I'm
That's
not
just
trying
like
to live right
Philadelphia.
here. I'm not trying to live
Philadelphia,
right here.
this is what we doing in Philadelphia right now. building skyscrapers right across the street from the hood. And when I mean right across the street, like right down there, I mean right across the street. I done built some of them. Put these damn 12, 18-story buildings up. When I go up and look at, when I go up on a roof, go on the roof and get the skyline and the sunlight all in the morning, I look right over there. Project housing, public housing, right there, right there. Man, so shout out to Tank for doing what he's doing. And you dummies don't know he got insurance and he's rich already. All he's gonna do is probably get better shit for the people now. So
I'm
what
about
y'all
to say
did was just
all they did
goofy.
was put more money in Tank Davis' pocket because the
Right.
insurance is
But
going to
they don't
give
know
him
no
more
better.
money.
That's how you know it's some young, dumb people. There's some haters. You said somebody got arrested. I ain't see that.
Yeah, they had a thing where they were saying it was, I guess it was like some
Were they some young
kids.
boys?
It's about like 18, 19.
Yeah,
Some
young
hating ass
boy.
young boys. Some hating ass young boys don't know no better about insurance and policies and things. That was probably that Tank was probably praying for some shit like that. People want their houses. Some people be like, "Yo, shit, I ain't mad if it burned down." You know what I'm saying? There's a lot
Right.
of shit that come with a house. You know what I'm
Because
saying? So,
you gotta think about it. Once you buy the house, they don't just give you the value of your house. They give you the value of your property value goes up if it's in a nice neighborhood. Once you buy that house, that property value goes up. So yeah, you bought the house for, say you bought the house for 400,000. After you buy that house and they build up that neighborhood in the area, that value just went up from 400,000 to probably like 600,000-700,000.
yep. So all you did was help him out. You know what I mean? He's gonna get better things, better ranges, better tubs and toilets for the people of his community. And that brother just converted to Islam. He feel like he found a spiritual lane he running in. And I just like everything that Tank is doing. I don't like what the judge is doing to him. I think they're being a little extra. He paid for his crime that he committed. You know, he did everything he was supposed to do, and they're trying to hold him back. But you see, I don't think you can hold Tank back, man, because he's special. So you know,
I
I'm just
mean,
happy for Tank what he's doing.
so let me ask y'all this. So is Tank trying to be like Devin Haney by converting to Islam?
Now, there's a lot of brothers that convert to Islam. I know a lot of Muslim brothers, and they good brothers. That's just they lane. You know, you believe I don't get into religion too much, but I don't think he's trying to be like Devin. He might have found Islam peaceful. You know, it's a peaceful religion, and you know,
Hey,
shout out to him.
I did see Tank. Did
if
y'all see Tank
Islam,
at the rib shack after he got done?
He rich. Why he can't go to rib chat, BBO?
You're not
Tank can't
supposed
eat
to be eating
ribs.
pork, man.
no,
I ain't know
no,
he got beef ribs. I eat
that's what I'm
beef
about to say.
ribs.
There is beef ribs. They don't have to be pork. Because you had a
I don't
rib
eat
shack,
pork
don't mean
ribs.
you have to get pork.
I don't eat pork ribs when I go to Philly and I go to my man with the ribs. I already know let me get two of them beef joints and throw the bread on the side. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
how
go
Y'all
that's
be,
back.
how that's how I know you from Philly because you said beef joint. That's how
Yeah.
my man from Philly talk.
Man, let me get two of them Jones. Let me get two of them beef Jones. He gonna throw that sauce on them. He in a truck, you know. And shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so he can go to the rib truck and get some beef ribs and some something green on the side. What's wrong with that, BBO? He's still a
hey,
human.
I didn't say nothing was wrong with it. I'm just saying the man say he's with Islam, and I've seen him at the rib shack.
All right,
But
well the man probably is getting beef ribs.
okay,
Damn, that man said he had the rib shack. You full of shit, bro. You ain't see. You trolling, dog. You ain't seen nothing.
I'll see you and be them at the rib shack. But I'll
All
say
right,
this, man.
send me that to my phone.
I'll say this, man. Tank is giving back. My man Boston Scholar is being a protagonist as usual. I think Tank is giving back. At the end of the day, people don't realize that when the most hate you're gonna get is in your own city. I can speak personally. LeBron does not come to the Akron Canton area hardly because them brothers be trying to take his life, and it's just like there's nothing that LeBron has ever done to get that. But he can't go to the barbershop without people going at him. He can't go nowhere without people getting out. I remember LeBron bought Ti to the Cleveland, right? And these brothers tried to snatch Ti's chain. He doing
Yeah,
a show
man.
for the kids, man.
The
And it's
wolves gotta
like,
eat, man.
yeah, but
You know what
it's gotta
times we
be a
living
no
in, BBO?
there's gotta be a no fly zone somewhere, right?
Man, no. Not when the wolves gotta eat. Wolves gotta
But you
eat.
can
Wolves
be
gotta eat.
listen, you could be a doctor getting a G Wagon and be okay, but if you just a regular
Yeah.
black dude, you gotta be happy to have your head on a swivel to get you getting a G Wagon. So
Nah, that ain't true.
um
That's not true.
I don't know about all that DS. I ain't gonna get into their religion being this or that. At the end of the day, I respect Muslim brothers, man. That's the seed of Ishmael. So
Yeah, that's
Hey, I
crazy.
mean,
I mean,
if him going to becoming a Muslim is going to help him from living the life that he's been living in the past, as far as hanging out in the clubs and getting in trouble and stuff like that. I mean, more power to him. Whatever it takes for you to be a better man. I mean, I'm with it. I mean, I'm a Christian myself, but I can't speak for what the next man belief is. If
yep.
that's what he feel that's going to provide him the right path to be a better man, then so be it. Let that man
Damn.
do what he got to do to be a better man.
DS, you tripping, and I ain't reading
hey,
that comment.
Hey, don't read that out loud on
I
the
ain't gonna
channel.
read that. I ain't gonna read that out loud. That's
Hey,
crazy.
Prize, ain't you a Muslim?
No, I'm not Muslim. I just don't eat pork, brother.
Oh, okay.
It's just not good for you. That's all. I love it. Listen, I was raised in North Carolina, so living up here now as a grown man, I just stopped eating it because a lot of my friends were pork. Don't eat pork. A lot of Muslim brothers was like, yo, you shouldn't eat this, because I work with a lot of Muslim brothers, and they was like, yo, you eating that pork, you eating swine, and they tell me this not good, this do this and that, and then when you go look what it does, especially to our people, because we big
See,
on it, it kills it. So I don't want to eat this shit no more because I want to live.
no,
I
look,
thought I
what
seen you with a kufi on. That's why I asked you that. Go ahead.
uh,
I don't wear
what I was about to
wear
say.
hats.
I'm not going to read the comments that DS said, but I will speak on it a little bit.
Go
Nah.
ahead.
The problem with people talking about other people, y'all too busy in the messenger instead of the message. The messenger is never the person that you're supposed to be looking at. You're supposed to be looking at the message. So yeah, he might be messed up individual, but you got to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture, if it's leading you the right path, regardless of what the individual is doing, you doing something else. The individual is always going to make mistakes, but your path is your path. The individual. I never focus on the individual. I focus on
That's a
what the.
real good ass point, Free.
Yeah, you gotta remember, man. My man Clarence is a Muslim, man. So that's kind of crazy, man. Well, that's not
There's
fair,
nothing wrong
man.
with the Muslim brothers. Shout out to all the Muslim brothers in the Union in Philly, and shout out to all the Muslims in the world.
Salam alaikum to my brother
I'm not.
Clarence, man. Salam alaikum to
Listen,
my brother
y'all
Clarence.
brothers. I respect y'all. I respect all religions. Some people might say this. I don't even want to get into it, but I just respect religions. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't get into religion. You have your belief, and you just pray and believe that your belief and your religion is the right one when you leave this earth. Because if it's not, then you made a bad choice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, because hey,
Simple as that.
the worst thing is somebody gonna have to wake up in some hellfire. That's for sure. But I'm gonna say this, man. The thing I gotta say, 2023 officially is the best year in boxing in probably 20 years, and I hope that 2024 can do that. I don't think it will, but I hope that it does, man. I
Well, I'm
really do.
gonna say it, dude. I'm gonna say with the new PBC Amazon deal, I'm thinking Al knows he got to make the fights this year. He don't want to drain another company because PBC. So what that means is, like, how are we gonna watch the fights on Prime, or is
Yeah,
it gonna be pay per view? Is
it's gonna be
everything
on
gonna be
Prime.
okay?
It's
So
gonna
we're
be
gonna watch it on Prime, and the big fights are gonna be
pay per
Amazon
view.
Prime pay per view, whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
PBC.
They don't have pay per
Because
view on Prime, do they?
they got pay per view on Prime. They got pay per view on Prime. It's the same thing. Like pay per view is just a package that you buy with the network. It's just a package you buy with the network. Any network can have a pay per view package.
Yeah.
Any network can have a pay per
Hell,
view package.
Triller was an app that you make
Yeah, and
videos on and shit, and that shit had a whole, actually a pretty successful pay per view with
yeah.
Oh
that
yeah,
Mike
shout out to
Tyson
my
and Roy
man.
Jones.
I don't know if y'all be on the Triller app. My man Prize did the iSpice thing on the Triller.
Yeah,
It was dope, man. Salute to
yeah,
my man.
y'all don't believe that, do you?
Salute to my man Prize
But
doing the
I
iSpice.
think and like the whole thing is like PBC actually have a budget now, so you don't have to watch every fight on pay per view. That was the thing with Showtime. They didn't have a budget, so they had to put everything on Showtime in order to get these fighters the money that they wanted to have for these fights. So they were like, okay, well, you want this money, you gotta go sell this fight. So
Yeah.
that was the whole thing. So now that they have a budget, or they could say, okay, look, this is what we're giving you for this fight. We're giving you $10 million. They got $10 million to give them instead of having to put it on pay-per-view and raise $10 million for the fight.
Yeah, Triller did buy Fight TV. That's a big move right there.
Yeah.
That's a huge move right there. Better yet.
And then whatchamacallit, that Ratchet, what's that channel? Zeus, they put on some damn pay-per-view shit with Floyd, didn't they? And that Blueface dude did some boxing.
Yeah.
They had some things going over there.
I mean, even ESPN got pay-per-view. Like ESPN, they wasn't doing pay-per-view for a long time. And then when PBC started putting on all these big fights, they were like, hold up, we gotta compete with PBC, and they started doing pay-per-view. Even DAZN was the one that was supposed to be putting pay-per-view out of business. They started doing pay-per-view. So
Nah, but ESPN Plus. Well, first off, salute to everybody on the panel. Blessings. Hope y'all doing good tonight. But ESPN Plus, they were doing pay-per-view for a while with the UFC. It's just that Top Rank, they don't really have, outside of Tyson Fury, there's not really much they can put on pay-per-view.
That's what I meant to say. I meant to say Top Rank. I didn't mean to say ESPN. I meant to say Top Rank.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, but from what the Wall Street Journal was basically reporting, ESPN is for sale. So they're looking to sell ESPN.
I already gave you the news. I told you Amazon was looking into buying ESPN. That's why I said Top Rank might be on Amazon Prime. Y'all gotta listen to the boy. Y'all. I'm telling you, the boy know what he was talking about.
Hey, he 2 for 2. He 2 for 2, man. That's for sure. And one other thing I'll tell you is when a fighter comes and talks crazy to me, they don't say nothing to Free. So I don't know what that means, man. I think because Free might have more connections, but they don't say nothing about Free, man. Because y'all know who Free look like, so I know he got more connections than he put on. Y'all know who Free look like. So I love how Free try to play games like he don't know these fighters and know what's going on. Every now and then
I don't know these fighters personally, but I know of situations because I keep my ears to the street. I keep my ears to the street. I don't know these fighters personally. I only know the Russells. Those are the only ones that I know. I don't know all these other fighters personally, but I keep my ears to the streets and I hear a lot of shit. So that's why I tell you what I hear.
Hey, man. Hey, Clarence, make sure you subscribe to your boy BVO Boxing, the one of the only black channels on YouTube. But I got to say this, man. I think the funny thing about it is this. When we watch this year of boxing, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. It's really Canelo's looking bad. If Canelo don't mess around and shape up, man, he going to be in trouble. Kev, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
What the heck?
What the hell?
Oh, we got spam.
What?
We made it!
Oh, come on. Oh.
We
Who
made
did
it!
that? Who did that?
I don't know. I missed it. Thank God. I just caught the tail end of it.
Hey, whatever that was, that we definitely made it when you get stuff like that.
That was wild.
What you let somebody on a link and they jumped in and did that?
Yeah. BVO dropped the link and somebody hit the link and came up. BVO thought it was just a regular. We don't know. It was he thought it was somebody that wanted to talk boxing. That's why a lot of times, BVO, I meant to tell you this. I don't know if I told you before. Mm-hmm. When you letting people on your panel, before you bring them on the panel, if you don't know who they are, have them show their face first.
Okay, that's what I did. He had his face showing. And then it went crazy.
No, that was just his thumbnail. That was just his screensaver.
Oh, okay.
You gotta have him turn his camera on and show his face because that's what they do. They wait for you to let them on the channel and then they do shit like that. They try to get your channel shut down. That's what they're trying to do.
You probably should go ahead and delete this live for real.
Yeah, we'll delete it. Matter of fact, you said you.
Nah, I heard it.
Oh, what the hell?
Damn, that man talking like a robot.
Hey, but we do got this at least. Did you talk to Raquel? Are we gonna do that at 10? Did she confirm that with us?
She has not responded back to me yet today, but I've been talking to Raquel for the last 2 days, and we're just trying to find it because she's on the West Coast and we're on the East Coast. So We're trying to find.
Matter
We're
of
trying
fact,
to
let's
find a
do this.
time.
Let's do this real quick. I'm gonna delete this live and I'm gonna start another live because I don't want this live to be up after that little thing.
All right,
So
that's cool.
y'all stay
All right, just send
there.
us
I'm
the
about to
link.
make it.
Are you going? Are you going to start? Are you going to start the live that's going to be with Raquel, or you going to just start another live?
I'm gonna start
No,
another
we
live.
have just starting a lot. We haven't, like I said, Raquel. She's gonna come on. It's done already. We gotta. Me and BVO. We gotta and free. We gotta figure out the exact time because she's on the West Coast. So when we start our show, it's 6 o'clock for her. She could be training. She could be doing anything at the crib. We don't know. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to match the time up. She suggested 9 p.m. would be okay for her. Whatever day that is, but it's seeming like she wants to do 9, so it's be 12 for us and 9 o'clock for her. She probably settled down chilling at the crib. You feel me? So
Yeah.
she responds to me, and we've been in talks for like 2 days. She's coming on this show. Y'all best believe it.
Yeah. But what I'm gonna do, just what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this live and we're
Yeah.
gonna come right back. All right. Peace.
I bet.
Peace.
All right.